Hello, today I will be interviewing Susan Williams, the Executive Director of the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce. First off, can I ask you to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I was born and raised in the Oil City area. I've lived in Rouseville all of my life, and I graduated from Oil City High School. I went to Duquesne University for a year as a music education major, but when I decided I didn't want to pursue that, I came back to the Oil City area and took employment with Mellon Bank, where I worked for 22 years as a telecommunications manager. During that time, I was married and had 3 children who I've raised here in Oil City and the Rouseville area. I began to work at Mellon Bank in the early 1980s when things were really bustling in Oil City with over 300 employees at Mellon Bank. At the end of 22 years, things had changed greatly in the early 2000s. Many of our corporate offices had closed in Oil City and businesses had moved to other communities. And so at that time, I switched gears a bit and went to work for a credit union for a year, and then went to work for the Chamber of Commerce. I went there accepting the position of office administrator, and after 2 years was promoted to the executive director, and I currently serve as the executive director of the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, can you describe Venango County and what makes it such a great place to live?
Well, I've always loved living in Venango County. I found it to be a place that is wonderful to raise a family. I've enjoyed being close to my extended family, love the quality of life. I have a very short commute to my children's school, to my work. I enjoy being in a community where I know my neighbors. It's very safe to live here, and we have wonderful opportunities for recreation and lots to do right here. But we also have just a short commute to run to Erie or to Pittsburgh or to other more metropolitan areas where there's even more to do. So it's been a great place to live. And then since I've joined the staff of the Chamber of Commerce, I've learned even more about what a great place it is to do business, to receive an education. Certainly there's wonderful things about Venango County.
What are some things that attract visitors to Venango County?
Well, there are a number of things that attract visitors. Certainly there are different categories of visitors. There are those that come home to visit family. Family is a great reason to come back here, people that grew up here. But we often have visitors that are coming for the recreation. We have a number of things to do. We have some of the best fly fishing in this part of the country. We have hunting in the fall when we have the white-tailed deer hunters come to our area. We have just great biking recreational trails, and of course a number of people that love to come here to seek our history. We have a rich history in the petroleum industry. Colonel Drake, 150 years ago this year, struck oil via an oil derrick, and the oil industry really was born. So there are a number of things that attract visitors. I would say the great outdoors being the lead thing, and then people that visit the history. And I should say that people visit from all over the world to learn more about our history here.
There are rumors that there aren't very many jobs in this area. Is this true? And if not, what kind of jobs are available?
Well, there's certainly been a shift in the kind of jobs that are available. I mentioned that when I graduated from high school in the early 80s, it was a booming time, and employment was very easy to find. There certainly were many young people who would leave to go seek a further education, but it was relatively easy to come out of high school, find a job with a bank, with one of our industries. We had a refinery that employed over 300 people. We had many corporate offices. So women would traditionally seek office jobs or banking jobs, and men would often go to work where their fathers had. But things have changed a lot. Many of those companies have left. Most have left. So there are an abundance of small employers now. So the employment in our area has changed. But there are indeed jobs for those who are willing to work hard, are willing to get to know people and establish a network. We have jobs here in many different fields, the healthcare field being one that is very open. But it still is important for people to be willing to get an education or training so that they are a good fit for the kind of jobs that are available.
What would you say to a young person who has grown up here and wants to leave to seek opportunity?
Well, I would encourage them to do so. There are certainly wonderful opportunities throughout the nation and throughout the world, and there's every reason to want to go and seek an education or seek adventure, and that's a wonderful thing for people of all ages, but particularly for young people to want to do. But what I would want to tell them that there are like opportunities here. We have wonderful opportunities right here in our region for further education at Clarion University Venango campus, Du Bois Business College, and there are other schools that are within an hour to 2 hours away. But even after getting an education or going and exploring other opportunities, I would invite them back. We are working hard in our region to continue to be a place where people will enjoy living and seeking good employment. I can tell you that the leaders in our communities of Oil City, Titusville, and Franklin, Cranberry work hard every day to continue to create a wonderful place for people to live and to visit. So I would tell them that we look forward to their hearing about their adventures, and we will welcome them home.
Okay, so what do you think is in the future for Venango County?
I'm very optimistic about Venango County. Again, our leaders are working hard to make sure that we are a safe and vibrant community. We have many new things on the horizon, from a rich arts community that is continuing to grow. There are many things going on to try to develop our waterways better, to our trail systems, and again to try to seek those employers that are ready to provide opportunities for people of all ages that are entering the workforce, whether they are young people just entering for the first time or displaced workers who are looking for new opportunity. We are working hard for that, and I see a future for our area that is bright, that will really provide a great place for people to stay, to live, to visit, and we look forward to a really bright future for our area.
Sounds good. Thank you for your time, and that is all.
Thank you.